So I'm trying to show that I have put one of the big signs that Kristen had for yard signs in our big white family van. I'm going to talk a little bit about how we can support real grassroots candidates like Kristen. And I'll try to give some insight also to people who don't live in House District 3 or who even live out of Texas, how you could help if you want to. Well, first of all, if you do live in or near Montgomery County, I'd appreciate if you share my little video series with any friends and family, and be ready to vote, of course. Put a reminder in your phone about early voting and about Election Day. There's our yard sign, and here's my t-shirt. If you find a voter guide that has Kristen Plaisance on it, you know that probably most of the other people recommended on that voter guide are solid. There are factions in Montgomery County, and unfortunately, they get a lot stronger during primary season. Second, voting and sharing are important, but it's really, really meaningful if you can actually help the campaign of Kristen, and I'll mention 2 other people if you would be interested in helping them. The first is the gift of time. If you live near Montgomery County, even if you don't live in it, you can help Kristen's campaign by block walking, which means going with some other people to neighborhoods to knock on certain doors of people who often vote in Republican primaries so that you can give them information about Kristen. Or you could do poll greeting once early voting starts and stand at the voting locations and offer voter guides to people. So the gift of time is really crucial, and it is costly. My family is feeling that. I'm trying to figure out where I can squeeze little bits of time to do these things with my duties as a homeschool mom. But it is just a season, so it's really important to help when we can. And of course, donating is really, really helpful. Campaigns are so expensive. An incumbent will have donations usually from lobbyist groups and from important politicians in Texas, but a grassroots candidate like Kristen has to put up her own money. Sometimes people take loans, but in this case, Kristen put up a lot of her own money and get donations. So even if you can only donate a small amount, it's really helpful, especially for all the printing costs of the literature that she's trying to get out to people. And mailers, like those shiny things you receive in the mail, you may not realize how expensive they are, especially if you get multiple ones of them from certain candidates. But if you get one from a candidate like Kristen, know that that costs many thousands of dollars to send to all of the voters that she thinks are crucial to reach. And then of course there's ways to support by social media. Follow Kristen and similar candidates on social media, like, comment, share, and she has events, and of course she has signs. So especially if you live in House District 3, those ways to help are also really important. And I do want to mention 2 other candidates that I really want to give a shout out to. One is John Boucher. His district is House District 16 in North Montgomery County, and he also is very similar to Kristen in conviction, and he's also signed the pledge to abolish abortion, which I really appreciate. And he also is running against a well-moneyed incumbent. And then I also really appreciate David Lowe up in the Fort Worth area, North Richland Hills, and he has been a representative now for 2 years, and the Austin Swamp disliked him so much that they recruited someone to run against him. So, of course, I'm far away from him. I can't block walk, but they're recruiting people to make phone calls for him, long distance, And of course, donating is really helpful too. So if you're an abolitionist in a different state, or you feel led to, you could really spend your money well by supporting David Lowe. Thank you.